Hey guys, so what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. In this video, I want to start off with a question, and that is, has crypto mining made you rich? And I don't mean like hodled bags of coins like crypto rich, but more so in terms of fiat value. So I would love to know your stories down below. I'm going to be talking about a few different scenarios, how maybe some crypto miners may have gotten rich. And whether or not you are ASIC mining, GPU mining, CPU mining, or even FPGA mining or hard drive mining, there's tons of different types of mining out there. How have you made your thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars? I know some people may not tell their story because this topic is, kind of secret, and maybe some people will love to share their stories. But let's begin. I want to talk, the first scenario on how some people may have gotten rich off crypto mining. Timing is everything. You've been into mining for a long time, for example. So say you were mining Bitcoin back in 2013, for example, and whatever ASIC miner that they had back then, I don't really know the names during these times, but say you were mining back then and you decided just to hodl throughout these times. Maybe you were selling some here and there, but ultimately you kept through, even though the Bitcoin price was going down from like $1,000 down to like $200, and then there was this lull, this cycle for three years until the infamous 20K bull run, and you're like, yes, this is my time to sell. And you had the guts to sell your bags during this time, and you made a lot of money and then some. I know there are probably a bunch of people who did this. I don't think it's an uncommon story to say that, there could be a bunch of people who mined in 2013 and held and then sold at the next all-time high, basically at the end of 2017 when Bitcoin went to 20K, and essentially just sold at the top, right? I'm sure this happened. We've heard these kind of stories before all over the place, but not everybody did this, okay? It's definitely, I would say most people who are watching me right now probably aren't one of the people who mined back in 2013. But if you guys are watching me and are here and did the exact same thing that I just explained, let me know down below. I would love to know like a sample size, but obviously you don't have to say anything. I know it's kind of a secret topic per se, okay? Yeah, that's just one scenario, okay? So when I said timing is everything, that could be you basically mined during when everything was low and nobody was really into it. And then all of a sudden the hype of 2017 came up. You guys all know this time, not just for Bitcoin miners, also for like GPU miners, right? GPU mining started coming up in the beginning of 2017. So, essentially, you can see here, the beginning of 2017, that's when I first started. Okay. Ethereum started to take off. I got into Ethereum, I think when it was like 14 or $7. Yeah, $7, and it started going up and up and up. And I started buying more GPUs. I'm like, this is awesome, and Ethereum went up to like what, $300, $400 in the middle of 2017, and started going up and down, super volatile, still buying more GPUs. And then ultimately Ethereum went up to like 1,400. Okay. And I didn't get rich. Like I didn't get super rich off of it, but I was able to get some money back and invested back into GPUs, buying more GPUs, buying more hardware, getting into crypto mining a lot more. For myself, I didn't get rich, okay? But for some of you, let me know down below if you guys got rich off of these during this time, for GPU mining. I know my channel is more prevalent to GPU miners, so let me know your story. If some of you guys got into mining in 2017, such as myself, and you had the opportunity, I guess the timing to be in this market and essentially be through this time when it went to, Ethereum went to 1,400 USD. But then after that, I'm sure most of you guys know who are watching me, you've seen the essential downturn of after the Ethereum went to like $1,400, and essentially throughout 2018 it went down and down and down, and I think the lowest point was 95 USD. Oh man, I remember this time. This was super sad, and I actually started my YouTube channel around middle of November when Ethereum was like $170, $150 or something. And it went all the way down. I'm like, oh man, this is super sad. But my passion for crypto mining, that's when I started going back in. So that's just a few scenarios in terms of timing. And let me know down below. I would love to know your guys' story regarding that. Okay, now the second, kind of scenario how you may have gotten rich off crypto mining is speculative mining. Okay, so not just mining Bitcoin or Ethereum. I would say that's maybe Ethereum would be considered like a speculative thing because everyone says Bitcoin is king, and then anything else past Bitcoin is essentially altcoins or like speculative mining, I guess GPU mining and such. But there are people out there who gotten into speculative mining, such as like Ravencoin. I know that Ravencoin had a bunch of times where essentially went up in price quite a bit, a couple of times during 2018 when Ravencoin had a bunch of ups and downs, and some people made a lot of money definitely during that time. So you can see here Ravencoin 55th place right now on CoinGecko in terms of market cap. Speculative mining, there's tons of other coins out there. Like I myself didn't really get into it, but if you gotten rich off of speculative mining, let me know down below, guys. This is something that I think a lot of people did get into in terms of making, in terms of fiat value, making money like into Bitcoin and essentially mining these coins that are like low market cap, but they have huge upside. Maybe somebody decided to buy thousands of this coin and, in terms of the Bitcoin trading price, fiat value, it just went up parabolic, right? And you may have made a lot of money doing that. But let me know down below if some of you guys got rich off that. Okay, so speculative mining, that's another scenario, and there could be thousands of different scenarios how you gotten rich off speculative crypto mining. So let me know down below your guys' story. I would love to know. The next scenario, I think this will be my final big scenario, is you are treating crypto mining as a business, okay? If you may have gotten rich this way. And what I mean by that is essentially if you are able to have, subsidized electrical costs. We've seen and heard of people having 2 cents per kilowatt hour, 4 cents per kilowatt hour, but relative to how many crypto mining, machines that they have. For example, let's just say 1,000 S19 Pros to this day, essentially not at 12 cents kilowatt hour because you probably wouldn't run it at this residential rate. So let's just go 0.4 and then we're going to do S19. Okay, so say you were commercial electric costs here and you had 1,000 of these Bitmain Antminer S19 Pros. I should have done maybe a S9 example theoretically back then, but I would just say for now, for example, 7.25. So you're making that a day after your 4 cents kilowatt hour, okay? But imagine you had 1,000 of these. You'd be making $7,250 a day, all right? That's after your electrical costs and other expenses I'm sure you'll have, such as rent, insurance, fire prevention, security systems, internet, whatever, a whole bunch of other stuff, right? Realistically, you're still making money and you can make big profit off of this, right? Imagine if you had S9s back in 2017, okay? So, I want to compare now like the difficulty of Bitcoin and the network hash rate, back in 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, we saw plenty of Bitcoin mining farms. You guys have seen those YouTube videos. There's plenty of those back then. And those guys, I'm sure they were making pretty good money and definitely hodling their Bitcoin. And now, essentially, the start of 2017, that's when the Bitcoin hash rate or the difficulty per se started going up. This is when people started ramping up making mining farms. Okay, Bitcoin mining farms, treating it like a business, I'm sure. And then they were able to turn a profit, especially those that have low electrical prices. Okay, I'm going to say that we've seen a lot of big crypto mining farms out there. There's one near me called Hut 8, actually, in the next province over in Alberta, Canada. And these guys, they have huge data center style Bitcoin mining farms. I think they're called Blockbox from Bitfury, I believe. And I think they have 2 operations called Medicine Hat, Alberta and Drumheller, Alberta. We all know that Chinese mining farms are also prevalent right now in Bitcoin mining. There's hundreds of them, I'm sure, around in China. And we've seen, I think the Bitcoin hash rate, I think is at 70% centralized in China. Let's face it, all these kind of equipment is made in China, so it does make sense. And they do have cheap electrical, hydro, all that kind of stuff in China. And we've seen some of them in United States as well, some in Iceland. You guys may probably have seen those as well, so those videos on YouTube. And there's plenty of them around the world. These guys, I'm sure they're making tons of money, getting rich this way. And I know that I do have some people on my Discord that are decently sized Bitcoin mining farms. If you guys are watching right now, please let me know your story. And if you're making good money and you're getting rich that way from crypto mining, okay? I forgot to mention in the beginning, I guess, not essentially through trading, but essentially through crypto mining itself and getting rich off that way. And of course, that also depends on the price of Bitcoin of when you are mining and selling as a business. Okay, that's another factor I forgot to mention. Say you're mining through, end of 2017 up until essentially maybe the middle of 2018, and you were selling by chance every month, you would probably be making good money during these days. And especially if you had thousands of ASICs. And then again, maybe not so much through this downturn when Bitcoin was like 3,000, you're maybe breaking even, but then it went up to back to 11,000 in the middle of 2019. And here we are today. As of making this video, Bitcoin is 9,400. If you had 4 cents electrical, as we've seen here with an S19 Pro, or actually let's just go S17, that probably will be more realistic, you're making still $3 to $4 a day on an S17. Okay, so I know that these are probably not the best ASICs, as people have said these break down a lot. If we take a look at the S9, I don't think this would be profitable at 4 cents kilowatt hour. Yeah, they're pretty much breaking even right now. But hey, there are some people that may have 1 or 2 cents kilowatt hour that would still be profitable on an S9. Okay, guys. So yeah, let me know down below what you guys think of the different scenarios, how maybe some people have gotten rich off crypto mining. And I would love to know your story down below. I would love to see like a sample size, how people got rich. I just want to end off, as like a GPU miner myself, I don't see myself getting super rich off of it because, I'm a small time home miner, and, relative to the big mining farms out there, it just doesn't compare, right? It just doesn't compare. So thank you guys for watching. I want to know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and peace out.